What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with that Summer League House is live on the House of Playground exclusively on that platform, which is YouTube. We're going to talk about how the Los Angeles Lakers was able to get a little hot and they stay hot enough to be able to close out the New Orleans Pelicans 94-81. They started off with a close one, and it usually does start like that in most games where the Lakers was able to pull it out the first quarter with the most points, 22-19. They also built it on that lead with an 18-17 second quarter. They ended up even winning the third quarter 24-23, and they was able to get the victory because of a 30-22 fourth quarter in their favor, and it ended up working out. They played a lot of guys, not a crazy amount, but they had a good rotation, and they seen some results from some guys that they wanted to develop and see what they can be and what they can do. And then they had the veterans that came in and was able to perform at a high level and help everything stay stable and organized offensively. And then it was just about making the right shots and making the right reads. And they was able to do that enough, and the Pelicans wasn't able to keep up with it, and then they ended up letting the league get out of hand when it mattered the most, which is the fourth quarter. Christian Coloco, 23 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 13 points, 7 boards, 2 of them was offensive, 2 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, 1 turnover. The problem was he had 7 personal fouls, which wasn't even the most on the team tonight. But that's one thing that he's been learning. Like, you gotta learn to box out. You have to learn how to go for the rebounds, have a knack for the rebounds, and being able to track the rebounds. He's not the most physical guy either, and you just gotta know how to use your body the right way and just have the right timing and the right understanding of where to be at on the court at what time, and be more smarter about how you go about trying to protect the paint. It worked sometimes, and most of the time it didn't tonight. But he's still showing, he has improved a little bit IQ wise defensively as being the center, aka a rim protector for the Lakers, and that's why they keep believing in him. They keep investing time in him because they feel like he'll be able to figure it out and be a backup big for him. Maybe even this season, we will have to see on that. Cole Sweeter, 28 minutes, 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. I just love the way he plays the game. He's very smart. He's very articulate. He's very steady. He knows what he's trying to do. He's not trying to force anything. He's not trying to rush anything. And it all just looks real, very well done from his end. But 21 points, 10 boards, so 20 and 10 for him. He also had one of his rebounds being offensive. He also had 4 assists in the steal, a turnover, and 3 personal fouls. He finished as a +6 and plus minus. DJ Stewart, 23 minutes, 3 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 101 from the free throw line. He had 9 points. He was actually the only guy in the starting lineup not to get in double figures. But he went 101 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. And he was a +9 in plus minus. Couldn't really make a shot outside of the 3-point line and the free throw line, but at least he was able to put some points on the board, and he was able to make some contributions in some other areas. But you got to shoot way better than he did tonight. He got a lot of looks, got a lot of chances, got a lot of opportunities. They made it hard, they made it tough, and some of the shots he just flat out missed, even if they was good looks. But it's one game. You just put this one in the back of your mind, find some things to learn from it, find some ways to prepare better, and just go out there and tackle the next game with a different approach. Bronny James had a good game, 24 minutes for him. He was 5 of 11 from the field, but he just went 1 of 5 from 3. He's been taking a lot of threes lately, the last 2 games. Hasn't been making enough of them, but at least he's willing to shoot them, because sometimes Bronny is a guy that don't really try to take a shot. He rather keep the ball moving. He rather pass up shots. And now you're seeing him trying to take a lot more. And he did finish 3 or 4 from the free throw line with 14 points. That was a good game from him. I mean, I really like what he did tonight. This is how he needs to continue to play. He even got a nice steal at the end of the game that he turned into a bucket. showing you that he didn't give up or he didn't quit, even though he knew the game was basically over and they was going to win. I liked that. He had one board. It was offensive. He also had 3 assists and 1 block and 2 steals with 4 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. And he was a -3 and plus minus. He finished with 14. He did a lot of things right. He did some other things that you might not like as much, like defensively, he gave up, some bad fouls that really could have went either way, or they were small. But he knows that he's cool with it. It seems like he just look at it like, if they're gonna call that, I just gotta live with that decision because there's nothing I can do. I don't want to make things too easy for them either, and they get comfortable and they just get hot. So it makes sense that he was just trying to play as much defense as he can and not worry about getting in foul trouble, even though he didn't really do that because he never really had a ton of fouls. He just had some that he committed that could be a little bit of a situation where they're avoidable. But then again, like I said, you don't want them to just get the best of you every time they get the ball and they think you're just going to relax and let them get what they want. Darius Bailey's lead, 33 minutes, 4 or 6 from the field, 0-1 from 3, 4 12 from the free throw line. He had a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities to finish with 20 and 10, but he just couldn't make his free throws at a consistent level. He missed his 3. The points that he did get was really, really good and really, really easy. But, when you get to the free throw line, that much is impressive. But if you're going to miss that many free throws, which was 8, it's just a bad game. But he did have 10 rebounds. That was one of the most impressive things he did tonight, especially with 2 of them being offensive. He also had 4 assists, just found guys around the paint or just made the right play. When he seen guys open, he just kept his head up and was able to pass it to him, and it led to a bucket. He also had 2 steals and 5 blocks. That's something he has to continue to do. When he's out there, he's so fast and so long and so athletic, he might as well use it to his full advantage. And he did a lot of that tonight while even staying out of foul trouble because it was clean and it was 2 personal fouls. That's all he had tonight with 3 turnovers. He was a +9 and plus minus. Julian Reese, 8 minutes. He was all 1 from the field, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 boards, 1 on his offense with an assist, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a -4 and plus minus. He only had 1 point. I mean, if you play 8 minutes, that was actually the less that he actually had the lowest minutes out of everybody tonight. So he didn't really get a lot of touches. He didn't really have a chance to do much, but he still found a way to put some stats up, which was good to see. Arthur, 17 minutes, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 12 points. So he was able to get in the double figures. He was actually the only guy to get in double figures in any statistical category today for the Lakers off the bench. He did also grab 3 boards, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. The problem was he had 8 personal fouls. That was the worst part of his game, just committing some non-fouls that he didn't really have to do, or just not being active enough or smart enough, or just lazy sometimes, and he just got caught slipping. It just how it can be sometimes. The NBA players are aggressive. The NBA players are looking for any way they can score on you, even if it's coming right at you, and he just wasn't prepared. But he was a +12 and plus minus. DeJuan Gordon, 10 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 5 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 3 steals, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. He ended up having 3 points. This was a good showing from him when it came to the rebounding end and getting the steals. Other than that, he couldn't really make a shot. It happens, like I said, summer league. A lot of these guys don't really have their jump shots. A lot of these guys don't have too many moves, and it allows them to be guarded easier, especially if they're not getting to the free throw line. And he was just a victim of that tonight. Ty Johnson, 16 minutes, 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 6 boards, 1 of them offensive, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 3 personal fouls, a +21 and plus minus. He went scoreless, missed every single shot from the field and from 3. The rebounds was the best part of his night, and the fact that he kept the ball moving if he didn't have a shot that he wanted or he wanted to take. But other than that, the blocks was the second highlight of the game for him, besides finishing with the highest plus minus in the game with 21. And then RJ Davis, 17 minutes, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 boards, 1 of them was offensive, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, a +4 and plus minus. He ended up finishing with 9, which was the second most off the bench. And I like the fact that he kept that ball going where it needed to, and it was able to convert into baskets. and he didn't turn the ball over too much tonight in those 17 minutes that he played. But he needed to shoot better from three in the next game is the thing he should be working on and looking forward to trying to do. Other than that, if he does that, he can have a better game than he did today. The rest of the guys did not play coach a decision 40% because they went 34-84 from the field, 12 of 36, 33% from three, and 14 to 27, 51% from the free throw line, 14 offensive rebounds, 50 total, 27 assists, 11 steals, 14 blocks, 17 turnovers, and 33 personal fouls. They brought it on both ends of the court, and they got some good looks. And if they didn't do that, they was able to grab a lot of offensive boards, and they was able to rebound the ball well in general. But they shot the free throws terrible. But other than that, the Pelicans didn't play that much better. They really couldn't make anything for the most part. They took a lot of opportunities, but they just didn't convert on them. Emisi, 25 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 points, 11 boards, 4 of them being offensive, 3 blocks, 3 personal fouls, a minus 14 and plus minus. A lot of boards tonight for them. They actually, honestly and truthfully, out rebounded the Lakers by one. As crazy as that may seem, and Emisi and Derek Queen ain't the greatest defensive players at their position, and we've seen a lot of that tonight. But Emisi did get some good blocks on guys that thought it was going to be easy and made them look a little foolish. But he did stay in that painted area like he normally does. Didn't make his free throw like he needed to, but he did finish at the rim, and he could have did a little bit better at that. But we'll see if he can have a better game in the next one and get in double figures and get a double-double. He should be trying to be a double-double each and every night. And if he can do that, he has a chance to be a starter in this league for a long time. Derek Queen, he had a mixed game again. He played 27 minutes. He was 4 of 12 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He did have a double-double by the end of the game. He went with 12 points and 13 boards, which was the most in the game, and actually the most on the Pelicans. And that just shows you how well he is at doing that, boxing out, using that body, using that quickness to be the first to the ball. 3 offensive boards out of that, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers. He has 7 personal fouls, just a little slow, not really trying too hard, not really giving up maximum effort, and he just got caught slipping because of that. And they was able to get to the free throw, get the foul because of that on him. A -2 and plus minus 12 points. Jeremiah Fears took the most shots on the team, and he was bad. Like, he's still learning how to score. He's still learning how to use body control. He's still learning when to score and when to pass. He's still learning how to even get to the basket with his handle. Is just going to be tough for him. Not the greatest athlete, not the greatest size, not the greatest shooter. So it's going to be tough for him, to have good offensive games to start his career, as he's going to have to work on his game to be better at that in the future. 29 minutes, 5 of 21 from the field. He also went 1 of 7 for three. That was basically say you can have that shot, and it was a good philosophy because it ended up working out for the Lakers. 4 of 5 from the free throw line is where he got a lot of his points. Also, he did have 2 boards, no assists for a guard that's a playmaker. Didn't really, help that way either. And he also had 6 personal fouls. So just a game you just throw the whole tape in the garbage. He wasn't good enough. The numbers might say that he had a good game because he had 15, but he didn't do enough to impact the game. He didn't do enough to change the game. He didn't really do enough to help his teammates, and he didn't really do enough to score efficiently either. So just a bad game overall from him, in my personal opinion. -8 and plus minus. Antonio Reeves, 24 minutes, 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Perfecto. 6 boards, 3 of them was offensive, 3 steals, 3 personal fouls, a -15 and plus minus. He had the most points from the entire team with 20. He did a lot of things right. Rebounding wise was good. Defensively, he tried to not foul as much, but he also was able to create turnovers by playing some good pesky defense. And then he was able to score some easy opportunities while still taking some shots from the perimeter and using his handle to create just enough separation to be able to go right at you. And that got him to the free throw line. Lester did the same, but he didn't really take as many shots. He was 3 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from three. That's where he made all the shots tonight. And he did try to get to the paint and stuff like that too. Just didn't work out for him. And he didn't get to the free throw line at all. But he also finished with 9. It was one of the other guys to finish without double figures in points tonight, which was him and E. Misi. 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals. He did have 1 turnover and 5 personal fouls, and he was a -5 and plus minus, and that's how his game ended up going. He's going to look at this game and say, I got to find other ways to score, and I got to find other ways to not be a defensive liability if he wants to have a long-term career. Kalon Brooks, 18 minutes, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 9 points, 4 boards. They all was offensive, assist, a steal, 2 personal fouls, and he was a -6 and plus minus. He had the most points off the bench, which was good to see. Christian, 13 minutes, 1 of 2 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, a -2 and plus -2 points. Trey Alexander, 18 minutes, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 boards, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, a -9 and plus minus. He finished with 3. Chase Hunter, 11 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 board, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, a -5 and plus minus, 2 points. And Hunter Dickinson, 14 minutes, which was tied for second in minutes. He wasn't tied. He actually had the second most minutes with Keon Kalan and Trey Alexander having the most, tied with 18 off the bench. 0-1 from three and 0-1 from the free throw line. Finished with 2 points, 4 boards. One of them being offensive with an assist and the steal. 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He was a +1 and plus minus. The rebounds was tied for the most off the bench. He also had tied with the assists and the steals, but he had the most blocks off the bench, and that was something that he was able to do a lot of in those 14 minutes. So he didn't score a lot, but he did a lot of things to try to help this team out, and they just couldn't get the win. The rest of the guys did not play, although there was healthy coach's decision. 27 of 80, 33% from the field, 5 of 20, 25% from three. They couldn't really make enough shots to be able to win this game. And then when they didn't, they was using the ability to be physical to get to the free throw line. It worked, but they went 22 of 31, 71% from the free throw line. Not the greatest thing, but they shot better than the Lakers. And it didn't really make much sense, though, because they did have 51 rebounds, which was more. They did have 6 assists, which was way too low to be able to win this game. They needed to help each other out to be able to score more efficiently. Didn't happen tonight. 11 steals, they was tied. 6 blocks, they lost that one by a large margin. And 15 turnovers, 2 of them less than the Lakers, and 33 personal fouls. They was tied for that, and no real advantage there. Other than that, good game, fun to watch. The Pelicans is a team that has a lot of young talent. They're up and coming. They're trying to find a way to fill out their roster. They're trying to find a way to develop their bigs. They're trying to find a way to do a lot of different things. They're under new management. So they're going to try to find a way to change the roster a lot to their liking and get the players that they want to be in there. So that way they can have their own identity, and they want to have their own type of style. And Pelicans have always had it that way, especially after they drafted Zion, but they haven't been able to keep him on the floor enough. So we don't really know what works and what doesn't work. And they're not doing the greatest in Summer League right now either. So them being 0-2, showing you that a lot of people didn't like what they drafted. A lot of people didn't like the trades that he was making. A lot of people ain't liking their decisions that they're making. And they're not playing that great at Summer League. And their bigs don't really look like they're going to be that great because of the defensive limitations and them trying a little bit too hard to score offensively and still not really being dominant enough to really make it even worth playing them. You're not going to dominate the basketball and dominate offensively and be a liability defensively. You're going to have trouble to win real basketball games in this league. And we're going to see how they do when they play teams in the regular season. But the Lakers, this was a game that they had a little bit more talent. They had a little bit more veterans that played at the NBA level. and they had guys that can score, themselves or within the flow of the offense, and they used that to their advantage all night, and it ended up helping them win the game. Simple as that. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation video just like this about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and all the future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage. Plus, I already got 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch for free, already out. Plus, I got videos that I upload every single day, so you always got something to watch. You can look at this channel as a form of entertainment when it comes to NBA basketball content. I'm a pioneer for analysis and NBA analysis on YouTube, and I'm happy and I'm proud of that, to say that we have the best analysis on YouTube right now, and that's crazy that it happened that fast and is reality now. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed your weekday. I hope you guys enjoying the weekend as it's almost over, or fast as that can be. But hopefully you guys still spend time with your friends and your family and your loved ones. Get some rest, get some fun, get some leisure, and also prioritize your goals and set new ones so you got something to look forward to get you out of that trouble, or keep you out of that trouble that the world can put you in, or get you in, or make you want to do something crazy. And all I can say is avoid that to the best of your ability to have the best life you can have. Other than that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay good. Let's make 2025 a better year than 2015. Thank y'all for supporting me in the past, now, and also hopefully in the future. And thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is, and continuing to come back, continue to say subscribe, and continuing to show love to me like y'all have done for so long, and continuing so far to this day. And all I can say is thank y'all for that. Other than that, peace out. Y'all stay blessed up, and I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully. Gone.